everybody. We're at the TD Bank Bike Tour 2026. We're on Harlem, Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard, West 117th Street. It's like 11:35 a.m. So this is gonna run for a while, for a few hours, maybe. Hold on, I gotta turn the mic off. Yeah, gotta shut the mic off for music. But this is the 5-borough bike tour. Started early in the morning. I don't know exactly what time. One of the starting points was Staten Island. Everybody's working their way around the city, going through all 5 boroughs. May work my way down. Well, yeah, more like going downtown. Hey Joe, how you doing? Been on for like maybe 2 minutes, so I ain't been on that long, of course. Got to do a job up here, just finished. Wasn't sure exactly where it was at, like around in Harlem. When I was in Staten Island, that's why I saw everybody at the ferry. I knew it was gonna happen, but yeah, whatever. Wow, 12 hours. Unlike some events, this is just a ride around the city. You know, all 5 boroughs. This is not like a race like the New York Marathon where they run. Not that type of thing. It's just to close the city down a little bit. So what it was, last time which was Friday, one of my wires was bad, and it was to the phone. Oh man, we got one of them. So I had to just change the wire, because I wasn't getting any power to keep everything going, at least not for the phone. It's a little chilly out, but it's all right. I'm in the sun. Yeah, I gotta move down. This lady's using profanity. It's gonna run for a good while. I'd only be around. I see a lot of bikes over there, but I don't want to go there if they're playing music. the only thing. I don't want to be around no music. I'm sitting down for a while. I guess as long as I'm here, I might stay seated. Yeah, she was talking about free Palestine and she's cursing, so I'm like, I don't want to be around that. At least it's not raining. It's gonna heat up, well, later in the week, and then it's gonna cool down again. Got the stop sign and they still rolling some of them. This has been going on for quite some time. I just never did it. Even when I was riding my bike, I never bothered to try it. These guys get up like, I think this thing starts around 7 in the morning. So these guys out here. How you doing, Candle? I was gonna walk from my house to the ferry. I said, nah, let me not take the chance. It was even colder. It was like, I think, 40 something. No, I'm on foot, strictly. But the reason why, that's one of the reasons why I've never done this bike tour. Because like I said, these guys start real early in the morning. I'm on West 116th Street in Harlem. On Adam Clayton Powell and St. Nicholas Avenue. I'm like between two. One merging into the other. That's why I'm at the corner. A little windy too. I think it's gonna hit 80 around Tuesday. And the temperature's gonna drop back down. I think Wednesday, Thursday, back to the 60s or something like that. But this is like a long chill for the for the spring that is supposed to be, I guess. Not heating up like instant heat. How you doing, RJ? outside, it looks so nice, but it is a little chilly. So I wore a jacket and a sweatshirt and a t-shirt and a hat and a bandana. The only thing that's chilly on me is my hands, my fingers. How you doing for lovely 16? I don't know where this ends at. Like the very beginning where it actually starts and then where it actually ends. But like I said, it's not a race anyway. Let me give you a 360 of what the area looks like. Oh, I got trucks behind me. I used to go to a school down this block called St. Thomas when I was a kid, a Catholic school. I used to have to walk from 114th Street all the way back down here. We're talking like the 1970s. So it's definitely different. You can see they have 10 here for, that's like refreshments, like water maybe. Got the little outhouses. So I guess every few miles they have all of this running. Probably have bike stations also, like for repairs, like flat, you catch a flat or something, like minor repairs. I'm pretty sure they got stuff like that. Last year when I was at the ferry on my way home, late at night, they had a whole bunch of bikes, about 1,000. So I guess they rent these bikes out too, like certain bikes if you don't bring your own. It was on the ramp of where the buses come in at. And I mean thousands of bikes. I was like, no way. They just had like one cop car there. It's like that every year. And I said TD Bank does this, sponsors this event. It's almost like a parade. Now some parades run, there's a huge gap before you see the next group of people coming. That's what this looks like. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay here. But, I might walk from here on down to downtown. Electric bike. I'm pretty sure they don't want people to have electric vehicles in it. You know, but what are they gonna do? They ain't gonna bother stopping you and all of that. You can't have this and that. Exactly, that's the main thing. It's not raining. Plus, events like this motivates people to get into biking and things of that sort when they see stuff like this. And people, this is not just people from New York. People come from other states and other countries to do this. See, like this guy's on a skateboard, electric skateboard. Some people got their kids in it too. This events like this get bigger and bigger. Start out small, and being this is a bank, you know, they can start off big right away. Gotta get next to these trucks with some noise. Try to drown the music out. The helmets, like they all got the same color helmets, some of them, so they probably give them the helmets if you don't have one. I mean, it's not cheating because it's not a race. So it wouldn't even matter. It's just a way, to me, is other than an event. It's just a way to create more bike lanes and prevent, you know. You see, they're doing it on a Sunday. They're doing it on the least busiest day of the week. Showing about people brought their kids. You gotta register to get into this. I mean, you could just roll right in if you have your own bike and everything. They probably won't say anything anyway. You want the number plate and everything, you have to register to get into it. And then I guess they'll mail it to your house. I don't know how much it costs. It might be free, I don't know. When I was leaving my house, getting ready to catch the bus, I saw a lot of people who was driving their cars with bikes on the back. Like a bike rack on the back. And they was riding down to the ferry. Thank you, Joe. Look at these birds fighting. Fighting in the middle of the street. Usually the parade runs down here. The Harlem Day Parade. It'll come down this way. The only problem I had with the parade was certain areas Wi-Fi is not good. So y'all not saying anything, and I'm not getting any bad signals. They're saying the signal is weak. So this, I guess this is a good spot. It's when I leave, so I take a walk. Where I go further down, I know Wi-Fi get kind of shaky. Once again, I'll give y'all a 360 of the area. I don't even see any phones. Oh, yes, it is. This building has a phone tower on top. You see it? Now, if I leave, that's when a big bike rush might show up. On my way here, I saw a bunch of bikes at, like a big rush of bikes. A few hundred to go by, and a few hundred to go by. By the time I finished setting up, it started dwindling. Got the same type of bike. Pretty sure a few track teams might show up. Get to ride the whole city instead of just Central Park. Or like in Brooklyn, like Prospect Park. Bike clubs that show up, do stuff like this. I don't want to butcher your name, but thanks for tuning in. 8810. I can't pronounce that name. Thanks for tuning in. I'm surprised they still have these type of barricades. Wooden ones. Leo, one of the guys I used to ride with. He's from the Bronx.
What's up, man?
Ah, how you doing?
Already.
Yeah?
Sag is closed. They never let me this close, but I need them dust.
Where did you start at?
I was a marshal on 72nd Street.
72nd?
Yeah, but I've been in Staten Island before 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, man.
You know
take
me.
it easy.
Last year I left out of there after 12.
Uh-huh.
I had 3 hours duty. I got over there at 3:15.
All right.
I'm not even in a rush. I could go home right now if I want to. I was partying last night.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh,
I went to bed around 3:45 and I got up around 5:30.
Yeah, get that sleep, man.
What are you doing, baby?
Take it easy.
I'm still doing my ski work.
Oh, man. We'll walk over to this bike station.
No worries. I think by the time
And he's playing music, so I'm not gonna stick around here. It's like a flatbed. All the bikes on it. So you can imagine what time they came out. And that was when that car would leave. I'm waiting for the light to change so I can walk back over. Or I might just leave. Yeah, this is the bike repair center. I gotta turn the microphone off. Sorry about that, people. They got cops on every block. All the way down. I'm gonna start working my way away from here. Start heading downtown. They should have opened the streets up like that. I have to turn the microphone. Well, maybe I don't have to. Maybe the wind will blow out the sound of the music. So I think somebody's playing music outside their store. Turning it up.
Hey, let's go!
See, there's cars like all over the place. Cop cars, that is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go down this block. This is where I used to live back in the 70s. Because we were on 114th Street. It's a lot of churches around here. This is the third church I've seen. We're in St. Nicholas Avenue right now. So most of these buildings are probably like 100 years old. Except where I used to live at. I think that was built in the 1950s. Like this building is new. Because this whole area was just brownstones, tenement buildings. Somebody's playing music in my neighborhood. So I'm not, it's probably coming out of a car. Coming out this car. I'm gonna turn the microphone off just for a moment. Using that vehicle that just went by. So this is Lenox Avenue / Malcolm X Boulevard. Somebody's playing music. Well, this is the building I used to live in. One in the middle, because it's surrounded by other buildings. And the trees is blocking it. The one in the middle, that's 70 Lenox Avenue. I used to live on the 4th floor, but this is the front of the building. I used to live in the back, overlooking the basketball court. Guess some of the bikers came over this way too. Now originally, this wasn't this big, the divider. It used to be much slimmer. It was probably like 3 feet wide. So you can imagine it's like, I don't know, 12 feet to 15 feet wide now. But when I was a kid, it was a lot slimmer. So you're taking up another lane when they made this out. This park was always here, but they just, what they did, they just updated it. They just painted the handball courts. Now, when I was here, this was called Forster Projects. It was just called Forster. And then they changed it to MLK. We used to come over here to play basketball, of course. Back then, they used to paint the basketball courts, like the ground, they used to paint it red, black, and green. And they updated the hoops and everything. We had a guy named Lucky. That's what he called himself. So this was rebuilt. This is not the original house. They used to come to the side. Or they just might have updated it. And then you just open the door here, and he used to give out the basketballs, the volleyballs, all that kind of stuff for kids to play. And of course, all of this is new. And there used to be swings here, but not facing like this. It was facing the building. That's what the building looked like, 70 Lenox Avenue. I'm not gonna stay around here because somebody's playing music, and I don't want that to spill in on the live stream. We had one of the, back in the 70s, we had I can't remember his name, but they had one of the Harlem Globetrotters, and he came here, and he played with the kids. I was a kid, so he played with us to, you know, shoot around. So that was cool. Lucky used to bring like different celebrities here for us to meet. Yeah, I'm across the street because I know those guys' music is playing too loud. So when this street was wider, back in the 70s, the guys, this is when certain cars was popular. Electric 225, and the Cadillac, of course. So Electric 225 had good horsepower. I think they ran with like 300 horsepower, maybe less. And man, these guys used to race. They used to race down the street and catch all the lights. So that was their thing for some of them, you know. Trying to figure out a way to walk where I won't have to turn the microphone off because of the music. Right? Oh man. And there's a set of buildings, like this set of buildings, what you see here, they have another set of buildings that's identical that goes further back. I'm not gonna go, I may not go that far. I don't know. I still don't like turning the microphone off. I know how that feels when somebody turns the microphone off. And you can't hear nothing, but you can see everything. Matter of fact, I'm across the street. When I get past these guys with the music. In the back of the building, they used to play music in the basketball courts. It's only 2 courts. It used to be a playground, like with monkey balls and stuff like that, and then they turned it into a basketball court, and then they started giving games in the back, like different people from different areas. fire department. Now they came from 5th Avenue, which is like 1 block over. When we was kids, we used to go to the fire station. I'm talking like 3rd grade and all of that stuff. 2nd and 3rd grade, they'll take you to the fire department so you can see the fire station. As you can see, there's new buildings over here. I'm gonna show you the school I used to go to. There's 2 schools. PS 185, that's like for kindergarten and up to I think the 3rd grade. And then there's PS 208. Scaffolding runs the whole block. So my building is down the block. So I had a short walk to school. I would just walk from there, and it's just a block over to the school right here. Yeah, 370 horsepower on a Buick, see? I knew it was somewhere around there with the horsepower. What a lot of guys used to do, they straight pipe the electric 225, and that's how they got that extra horsepower. Straight pipe the car, so it sounded like a hot rod. Yeah, he's going. This is PS 208. And this is PS 185. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go over to the basketball courts. I don't hear any music, so. But this is where I got my first schooling at. This is where I started school at. And they got a few new buildings around here. As you can see, those are new. And then the building behind it. That building behind it almost looked like Tracy Towers in the Bronx on Marshall Parkway. This is PS 185. And it's just like the lunchroom, if I'm not mistaken. Man, they got scaffolding on both sides, man. Somebody's playing basketball on the basketball courts. I'm surprised. I'm surprised anybody's out playing basketball on a Sunday. Sunday afternoon now. Yes, 12:25 New York time. Man, the fences is high over here. They're doing all of this work. That's what that is. They're fencing everything off until they finish. And that's the building I used to live in on the 4th floor. And they used to have tournaments back here. And then they had a guy, like I said, his name was Lucky. I can't remember the other. And the other guy name was Gumby. He called himself Gumby. It's like the character from Sesame Street or whatever. And he used to throw the basketball games back here. And they had a microphone, they had a DJ. And he used to make fun of all of the basketball players. You know. But the whole time I was here, the whole time I was living here, I didn't get to come back here and watch the games. So we had to watch from our windows. But we got to hear the music and all of that. And I didn't meet Gumby until years later. Matter of fact, I'm gonna walk to the front. Well, I'm gonna walk to 5th Avenue and show you where the firehouse is. This is the building that looked just identical to the one I lived in. See, all of them got that same look. I'm giving you a 360 of the area. I wonder what's the major construction like? What is they doing? Like what I'm walking under right now is there's no, and it's not like it's close to the building. Look at the big ramp. It's like a straight up bridge. I gotta turn the microphone off for a moment. Now the buildings across the street, that's called TAF, T-A-F-T, TAF Projects. I don't know if they renamed it or not. One of my friends used to live here by the name of Walter Russell. This is the firehouse that you saw earlier, the fire trucks was coming from. Yeah, Eddie Murphy. So when you're in like the 2nd and 3rd grade, they would take you here. Of course, they arrange a trip. And come here and meet the firefighters. Engine company 58, ladder 26. With no trucks inside. They're on duty. Yeah, I believe all of these came around the same time. All these buildings. They all came up around the same time. So this is Foster, this whole area. And this is Taft. That guy's tripping. Driving that SUV that fast. It's 12:30 afternoon. Man, the whole neighborhood is covered with scaffolding. Even in Taft. It's insane. Can't cross the street without walking in scaffolding. So we're in Harlem on 100 East 112th Street. Well, we're on 5th Avenue, so I'm on the west side. Across the street is the east side. When they have the marathon, oh, the trucks are just pulling in. The fire trucks, that is. I wish I would have stuck around. I didn't know they was coming back that fast. Thank you, Joe, for reminding everyone. Like and subscribe to this channel. So when they have the New York Marathon, the runner's version rather than the bike, it runs on 5th Avenue. I was here last year when they had the New York Marathon. That happened around November. I think the middle of November, something like that. Once again, I'm walking in the street because I don't want to walk around scaffolding. Scaffolding is like depressing to me. Well, at least when doing a live stream. Normally I just walk under it. Right now we're at the beginning of Central Park. I don't know, it depends how you look at it. Because It starts at 110th Street for me, and it ends at 59th Street. Remember, around this area, that's when the Wi-Fi gets a little shaky. But this is Central Park. Walk in for a minute. So if you was to take a bicycle and ride Central Park from end to end, it'd be like 5.2 miles. Now, when I was a kid, my father he used to come here, and what they would do, the park itself, they would add, in the summertime, they would add freshwater fish to the park. So, you could come here with a net and catch fish. And then we used to take the fish and put them in a 10-gallon fish tank. There's some ducks here. But then they all used to pass because, I mean, you're taking out too many fish. Water's clear. So we used to come here for that. Then they got a swimming pool going further over that way. We used to go there in the summertime to swim. In the wintertime, it turned that swimming pool into an ice skating rink. And then we go ice skating. And of course, in the wintertime, we used to go down these little, you see the rocks. We used to take a sled and go down the rocks. It didn't hit the ground. I don't know what they're covering that grass up for. It's called HARLEM. They probably won't allow it now. Back in the 70s, what they used to do also, people used to bring out barbecue grills and come to the park and grill sometime. Or we used to go to the West Side Drive and barbecue over in that area. Isn't that cool? I'm not gonna walk all the way up, walk all the way down Fifth Avenue. I'm gonna switch over. Because the whole park, just to walk from here to 59th Street you're just gonna see buildings like residential buildings in Central Park. So I might switch over to Madison Avenue or something like that as I go down. Being that my mother didn't know how to drive, we walked everywhere. We didn't take the train or the bus, really. We just walked everywhere. You can bike ride through Central Park. It's probably an old sign. Because Central Park and Prospect Park in Brooklyn, they close indefinitely. So you'll never see cars. I mean, you will see cars run through Central Park or Prospect Park, but it will only be like government vehicles, like police department vehicles to clean the park, anything like that. Ambulance, police, fire department. I think they closed the park down like 5 years ago. I think somebody in that taxi cab. Yeah, but it's no more cars. You just probably didn't get around to changing the signs. This is the hospital I was born in, Mount Sinai. That's not too far from here. So we're gonna hit Madison Avenue right now. The street is all broken up, so I guess they're gonna repave that soon. And it's windy. I believe we're coming up on the hospital right now. Oh, this guy's tripping. We're in the east side of town. We just left Harlem. We're leaving Harlem. And the bike-a-thon, basically. Or the bike tour. We're heading to Midtown. George Washington Carver houses. Yeah, it is a windy day today. It's like the winter don't want to leave. But thanks for the tip on the microphone. The main thing that's good about when it's cool, the phone stays cool rather than when the weather gets hot and the phone burns up when I'm walking into the sun. Thing is, if I hook a microphone up to this, then I can't hook up the power pack. That's the only downside about that. I use the power bank so I can get more battery life. See, all these buildings got the same like design. It looks similar to where I used to live. So we're in East 103rd Street, Madison Avenue. I doubt if these still work, but I'm not even gonna bother messing with it. But this was put in during the 70s. The silver part with the red and the blue. But these boxes are really old. It originally was just for the fire department. And then around the 70s, that's when they installed these. I think around 1972 or 3 or something like that. They started doing that. And if you look at one of those, how would you say? Yeah, live stream. Thank you.
Wow. Bust that hole.
What I was gonna say. If you remember, if you look at those old gangster movies, like John Dillinger, Bonnie and Clyde, they had that type of ringing, like that bell ring. So when you pull the lever, the old version I'm talking about, when you pulled it down, the lever, it just clang, 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 clang. So then, in the 70s, they came out with that, that design, where it's the police and the fire department. So when you pull it, it doesn't make a sound. It just goes straight to the fire department or the police department, whatever, which one you pull first. So they got rid of the bell sound. So this is Mount Sinai Hospital. It's the one I was in. Like I said, those probably don't even work anymore. Probably not. But I know they updated the ones in the West Village. What they did was they put up new ones. And then they put just like this right here. This is for the parking meter. But this on top, that's a solar panel. So on the firebox / police box, when you pull that lever, it's not powered from underground anymore. Those are spinning, yeah. So it's solar powered now. So I'm just gonna go to this bike rack just to show where we're at. Anytime you see a Citibank bike rack, they always have this to let you know where you got it from. I never paid that any attention. This is an express bus. Yeah, to this on that. Yeah, express bus on a Sunday. See, they still gave it the same design in the West Village. The only difference is they put the solar panel on the top. I don't know if they're gonna do it to all of them. What are they gonna do in the safe neighborhoods first? And then probably work their way down. think this is the end of Mount Sinai Hospital. I showed Joe, I don't know if you remember, I showed that like I think it was 2 years ago. I don't think I was on at the time. But anyway, they did that same alarm box in the West Village, but like I said, they put the solar panels on it. It's funny how they kept the same design, but just put a solar panel on it, on the top. So we leaving Harlem, heading to Midtown. Oh, they got the bus stop. That's the thing I was talking about. It's because of that bike tour. It's gonna end soon, as you can see. 2 p.m. So we're running from, been closed since probably 5 in the morning. Man, they got scaffolding on both sides of the street. The road is beat up. They're gonna pave that soon. Anytime you see a whole blocks where the ground is broken up, so they take a day just to break it all up at night, then they'll repave it at night. So you want East 96th Street, Madison Avenue. Dude is from Connecticut. With the Mercedes crossing the lines like that. I'm across the street to get away from the scaffolding. I think this is an armory. It's I'm not mistaken. So that's happening Tuesday.
I did see that. What if I did one? Yeah.
See if I can catch one. Yeah, a little flatter. Minivan Apple Studios. Maybe it's a commercial. They're gonna be here at 6 a.m. right before the sun comes up. Well, that's when it starts, so they're probably gonna be there even an hour or two earlier. Yeah, you can say this is a safe neighborhood, man. I mean, we are in the 90s. Now, if I was on Broadway, it would have been a little different. If I was in the 90s on Broadway, you know, that's a little shaky, that area. Got that castle effect. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. I do virtual tours like this of New York City.
Yeah, not quite as much as
I also cover, well, I was covering earlier the bike tour. And I cover parades. All kinds of events around New York City. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button and leave a comment where you're watching from. Yesterday, I would have gone to the a comic shop, Midtown Comics, but I was busy. I had to wait for my nephew, so that didn't happen. It was free comics, that's what it was. So I was gonna see what I can get for free, and then I'll take it to a hospital and leave it for the kids. Yeah, they're getting ready to pack up. That's for the bike tour. So they're packing some of that stuff up now because we're getting close to 2 o'clock. Like graduation gowns and wedding gowns.
So like after that, I'm like, actually, it's fine. I can take out the fucking tag.
And it's picking back up. Give y'all one, well, I'll give y'all 360. I'll do this every few blocks. I think the wind is blowing this thing off course. How you doing, Lamar? Thanks for tuning in. Wearing a hat around here is gonna blow off. So as you can see, this is all residential. In small business or big business at the bottom, with no department stores or supermarkets. Being that it's Sunday, pretty much most of everything is closed or it's going to open late. Good. Well, I was wrong. Here's a supermarket right here. Morton.
Maybe. My dad just joined the ritzy one. What is it?
I believe this is a school. We're on East 86th Street, Madison Avenue. How you doing? So that bike tour of the 5 boroughs is sponsored by this bank here, TD Bank. They throw the bike tour every year. That's a new building going up. One in the middle. Here's an army green.
Yeah, for the museum. Oh shit, I thought No.
They painting all the poles around here. Show you what I mean. Yeah, total deposit. I want to eventually cross the street. That's what I want to do, walk in the sun. I want to get past all the scaffolding. I want to get a shot of this. My favorite color. Susan Alexander. I think it's a pastry spot. No, it's jewelry.
Oh, really? You actually need one helping though.
And we're obviously easily influenced.
We're gonna walk one block over to Fifth Avenue. That's where I believe the museums are. So we're leaving Madison Avenue. Because that's a museum mile. That's what they call it. Museum mile. It's a bunch of museums in that area. I wonder what they had over here. They got all barricades up. Unless they're gonna break the street up. So we're on East 81st Street, 5th Avenue. This is the Met. I don't know what they have in here, but definitely a lot of it is blocked off. I'm not sure if this is a paid event or free.
Do you not like our
See if I can ask one of these guys. He looks like he's exhausted answering questions.
It's the first week.
How you doing? Okay, is this a free event or is paid?
This is tents.
Yeah.
This is Met Gala. So that's tomorrow. It's just like preparation for the Met Gala.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna actually happen or
Honestly, no. That's like
private event? You think it is?
yeah, it's like a yearly event that they host in the museum. It's involving like costumes or tires and clothing and stuff like that.
Thank you very much. So the tent is for tomorrow, he said. If y'all didn't catch it. No telling what time of the day that's gonna happen. Probably gonna be at work. See if I can walk around to the front. Just trying to really duck the music. I'm gonna wait it out until this guy drives by. All right.
No, I don't really see anything really.
I'm so lucky to be invited. I will make I'll find my way there. I'm bringing my bike.
You did or did you? I did. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Surprise party. back around Central Park, 5th Avenue. We're on the west side of 5th Avenue. It's the end of the museum. Gotta turn the microphone off just for a moment to get past the music. This is the only way you're gonna see cars around Central Park. This cuts through Central Park, but it goes under the park. So this is the only way a car is gonna come around the park. But they can't ride throughout the park. This is just crosstown traffic, from east to west. That's probably for tomorrow also. Probably going to be broadcasted live. The Met Gala event. That's what's supposed to happen tomorrow, that guy was talking about. It's set up now so they can get ready for tomorrow. Maybe it's going to happen in the morning. Most likely it won't. It'll probably happen in the afternoon. A lot of people around here. I don't know whether to walk through the park. Let's just walk through the park. I don't think they started summer stage as of yet. I think it starts in June, summer stage. That's where they give free concerts throughout the city. I mainly only go to the one in Central Park. But they have a summer stage in all 5 boroughs, and it's free performances. Yeah, let's walk over. So the thing about the summer is that when they have summer stage, there's probably an event almost every day. Even if it's not in Central Park, it's going to happen in one of the other boroughs, the other 4 boroughs. None of that happens in the winter. Too cold. We're on a bridge. We headed in the direction of Central Park West. That's just the other side of Central Park. Just like 5th Avenue is on the side of Central Park. This is the main road in Central Park. Those guys got a long ride up. That's all uphill. But once they get past that hill, it becomes level. It's just like a flat run. So they're gonna keep pedaling. Because the ground is just straight flat, there's no downhill. So that's gonna run for maybe a quarter of a mile of just flat, flat ground. See, that's why he's standing.
Yeah.
So these are probably all rented bikes and doing a group ride. They're not a part of the bike run that they had running earlier today. So we're gonna go down to the lake where they always have the little sailboats, the remote control ones. I would have always been scared to do something like that. Put a boat in the water. And then you sending it out. What if that thing stops working? Because on this pond, they don't have rowboats. So anytime you see this, like these little plaques, oh, some of this thing is not running. I have no idea why not. I should have bought my other. Let me show you before I close out. Anytime you see plaques like this on a park bench, that means the person donated money to have it built. So that's been there for a long time. Man, I should have bought my other gimbal. I didn't think this thing would go down like this. My gimbal stopped working. But the thing is, I have it plugged into the power pack. I don't think it drained the power pack that fast. I've only been walking for like 2 hours. So, I don't get it. The water's blue. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I don't get it. I've never seen that before. The water's blue. And the only thing I could think of, if they colored the water blue like that, is because they probably put freshwater fish in the water. And there's a chemical called methylene blue. That's a knockoff like parasites for the fish. Let me see if I can go to the other side. You got a duck here. But yeah, I don't know. I've never seen that before. Right now it's so windy, it looks like these boats is not coming out. Yeah, my gimbal stopped working. I can't believe this. And I don't have my other gimbal with me. I bought my power pack. That's one of those remote control sailboats. Okay, people, I'm gonna have to close out, believe it or not, because my gimbal stopped working. Usually when I plug the gimbal up to the power pack, it'll work everything. Now I gotta see if the cable is working for the gimbal. Maybe I have to get a new cable, just like I have bought a cable for the phone, because the phone is charging. So let me take this off real quick. Okay, people, this is it. My gimbal stopped working. It ran out of battery life. So, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna have to close this out because I'm not gonna walk with this thing shaking all over the place. But thanks for watching and tuning in. Like I said, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. We do virtual tours of the city. I also cover events like parades, festivals, pretty much anything in New York City. But once again, like and subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you on the next one. Supposed to be some nice days coming up, and I'm gonna try to get out when I can. And y'all have a good day. I don't know, maybe I can charge this thing up, but it may take too long to get the gimbal charged up. Okay, y'all have a good one.